If you're thinking about your third act and are married, and you want to stay married, you need to go over this one question that is surprisingly the least thought through. Now that I'm around more, what boundaries does my partner need? When I bring this question up to the couples I'm serving, I usually catch the wife smiling back at me. And that's because the husband, who's getting ready to be home 24/7, doesn't realize that their wife has a life of her own. Their physical space is about to be invaded. I remember one wife telling me she needed a she shed so she could escape. And we know as high achievers, we can't just sit still. We need projects, which I have also learned drives the other person crazy. Here's a great example. This story is about Jim. Now, Jim ran his company for over 30 years and would often be at work 60 to 70 hours a week. He had unprecedented success building his enterprise, but he was ready for a change. He wanted a slower pace of life. So he sold his company with an impressive 8-figure exit. It was a fantastic transaction all around and a good fit for everyone, except for one person, Jim's wife, Jan. During the time Jim was at work, Jan ruled the roost and had her own space to spread her wings. The sheer thought of Jim coming in and messing that up made her queasy. How are they going to navigate this transition? Even worse, Jim was blissfully unaware of how she was feeling. Here's another example. I sat down with a retired doctor who sold his practice in the last decade. When I asked his wife how the transition was going, she said, "Fantastic." I decided to press a little bit more to figure out why she was so positive. She said the transition had been so successful because he had his own schedule and she still had hers. They would have dinner together and share stories about their day like they always had, but her space and boundaries remained intact despite her husband selling his business and not having a place to go anymore. What is the takeaway here? Have an honest, real conversation with your partner about the space and boundaries they need. Let's aim to be the doctor and his wife and not Jim and Jan.